Okay, so I'm laughing because I keep doing retakes and retakes and retakes, and I'm tired now. So, hi, welcome to Miss B's Corner once again. I today I'll be going through some more of my retirement journey, some of the things that I've learned along the way. I'm newly retired, so this is new to me. I'm still trying to get a routine and everything else. So just bear with me. We'll figure it out. Today I have an update. I had made in my last video that I didn't have my first Social Security check yet, and I actually got the mail today that because it was supposed to start in January, but of course it didn't. I applied in October. And I felt like 3 months, 90 days should be enough for them to be able to get it approved and get it to me. But lo and behold, they didn't. So I didn't get a check for January. So, but then I did receive notification that I will have a check in February. And also today I received a notice saying, hey, you'll be paid for January plus February, which is great. So they will notify you and they will give you that back pay from the day that it was supposed to start. But just keep in mind that it may not start. You have to give them time to get everything in the system and review it and approve it and everything. And I think because I retired at the end of 2024, that they probably were waiting for my 2024 wages before they went ahead and approved it. So I could understand that. Also, another thing that you find out is I know years ago, I think everybody used to get, or people would get Social Security on, sometimes I think it used to be the first and then on the third, but that doesn't happen anymore. Now the payment schedule is basically if your birth date is within the first 10 days of the month, you get your check on or deposit on the second Wednesday. If it's the 11th through the 20th, you get it on the third Wednesday. And if you're born between the 21st and the 31st, you get it on the fourth Wednesday. So you have to make sure that you have enough funds to sustain yourself, and I will talk about that later, as well as understand when you'll get your check, because it's not going to be on the first. So you may have to move some of your finances around, or payments around, so that you can schedule them for times when your check will come in, if you're depending on that check to pay your bills or other things, so just be aware of that. Also, they will take the Medicaid payment out of your check. So you get the check, your Social Security amount minus the Medicaid payment. Nope, it's not Medicaid, it's Medicare. I get them confused, I'm sorry. And I'll try to correct myself every time I do that. But it's Medicare. So they will take the Medicare premium out of your check. That's just the basic Medicare premium. That has nothing to do with the additional insurance that you may get. So also know that retirement age is no longer 65 for most people. I'm not even in the last generation, the last year that had a 65 as a retirement age, because my actual full retirement age is 66 plus 10 months. So actually, I'm still not in my full retirement age, but I did decide to just go ahead and retire now, because it would be in October of this year. And the full retirement age gives you a little, few more things to think about, because at that full, you get more money. Of course, your check is a little larger, as well as you will get, you won't be restricted on the amount. If you decide to go back to work, you won't be restricted on the amount of money that you make. Currently, for me, I think it's like $25,000. I can't make no more than $25,000, or then you have to pay taxes. They mess with your Social Security. Your Social Security gets taxed or whatever, and I don't have all those answers. I'm just telling you what I've learned along the way, and I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but I know that is, part of it is taxed if you work and you're not at full retirement age, and they start they either tax it or they reduce part of your Social Security. So I'm not sure how that works. So don't rely on me. There are a lot of experts out there that you can contact, and they'll tell you a lot more. Or you contact the Social Security office. Good luck with that, because they're cutting back. They are already understaffed, and they're cutting back more and more on people at the Social Security department. So good luck with that. So it's 60 minus 66 in 10 months, as I said. And also, I think from 1960, if you're born 1960 and later, then it's 67. And eventually they may change it to later. But right now, it's at least you either 66 and some months, or you're 67. I would suggest that everyone goes to SSA.gov. That's SSA.gov, and create a Social Security account so that you can start going in there and looking at your earnings to see if your earnings, your yearly earnings are being reported properly, even if you can make sure that they're even reported. I don't know everybody's situation with everyone's job, but if you're working for a small business or something and they're telling you that they are paying into your Social Security, you need to definitely make sure, because I've heard horror stories of places not actually paying, the Social Security tax plus other tax. But go in there and make sure that your earnings are being recorded, so that you don't have any surprises once you get old enough and start getting ready to draw down your benefits. The other thing is with Medicare, because that one throws me for a loop. So for your Medicare, you have to sign up at 65. So you're eligible for Medicare at 65, and the suggestion is that you sign up at 65. Now, it's a little tricky. There's a Medicare Part A, which covers your hospital stays, and then there's a Medicare Part B that covers doctor's office visits. So that's what people call regular Medicare. Now, at 65, if you are still employed and your employer has comparable coverage, to whatever Medicare is offering, you are not required, and there are more than 20 people working at that particular job or covered, then you're not required to sign up for Medicare. But if you are not working, you definitely should sign up for Medicare at 65. If you have Medicaid at 65, my understanding is that you will automatically be transferred over to Medicare, because they're two different programs. One is Medicaid is administered by the state, the different states, but Medicare is administered by the federal government. So they want you to sign up as soon as possible. So if you're still working and you're still covered under your insurance or your spouse's insurance, then you don't have to sign up for Medicare right away at 65. But there is a process that you will have to go through when you sign up. There's a form that you'd have to fill out and give it to their employer and have them fill it out, and you will send it back to Medicare so that they understand that you had comparable coverage during the time that you didn't sign up. Because if you don't, then they will penalize you and you will be charged a higher premium because you failed to follow the direction. Okay, so you failed to sign up when you were supposed to, they're going to charge you a higher premium. So make sure, again, that's why you go in and create that account at the Social Security, under Social Security, SSA.gov. Make sure you go do that, because there's a wealth of information out there for you. You can go on that site and just read all day long until you figure it out. And then also with Medicare, there are also two other types of coverage. So you could have just the Part A and the Part B, which a lot of people say, okay, it's fine. But the out of pocket is they all work differently. And like I said, I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you about how everything works. But there's also what they call you can sign up for supplemental insurance, which is signing up for additional coverage through a private insurance company, like someone like you had at your job. So say I had Cigna at my job, and Cigna offers a supplemental insurance policy that goes along with Medicare, as well as there is what they call an Advantage plan that are out there also. And the Advantage plan, they're private insurance companies. They also offer coverage, additional coverage. Because what happens is you get the Part A and Part B, which you have to have before you can get the others. You get those, and then there's a premium every month. No matter what you do, you pay that premium. That's one way that they're getting us. We're paying a premium every single month for our Medicaid. We've already paid into it, but we're paying a premium for it to have it. And then if you get the supplemental, sometimes there's a premium with that. If you get the Advantage, I think a lot of those plans are, there's no premium, but you might have copays. You'll have copays. There's certain things that are free, certain things that are not. There's a lot. That's why I said this journey, it takes time. So if you're close to retirement, say if you're 63, 64, I suggest you get on it now, because who knows what changes are going to happen with this current administration as far as what they think about Social Security, Medicaid, and all the such. Who knows what's going to happen? It's already confusing as it is. It's like, I did not know. Nobody ever told you, unless you looked at retirement videos, that all of this happens. So yeah, they say regular, and when people say, oh, I'm going to keep regular Medicare, you have to still qualify it, because you really don't know what they're talking about. They could be talking about anything. They could be talking about the supplemental. They could be talking about Advantage. You don't know. So you really have to qualify it. But those are the main things I wanted to talk about today, because I didn't want to go too deep. But just know that your full retirement age is not 65. You can retire at 65. You can draw benefits as early as 62. But your benefit amount will be much lower over your lifetime than if you wait until your full retirement age at 67, 66 in months, or 67. If you wait until 70, that is where you draw the most money. So it depends on you, what your needs are, and all of that as to when you want to start drawing your benefits. But the retirement age is no longer 65. And I say retirement age because that's where you get your full amount of benefits, as they call it. But just know, and that's when you're also eligible. But you're eligible, which is crazy, because then you're eligible for Medicare at 65. So why are they trying to confuse us? I have to sign up for Medicare at 65, but I don't have to retire at 65. That's not my full age. So yeah, they're just confusing us all the way around. And I know I've been confused, so I'm sure a lot of you are confused. But my suggestion is go out, sign up for the SSA.gov, and sign up for your Social Security account so that you can look at things on that website. Also, there's links to Medicaid, explaining it to you. Also, you could look at some of the providers that are in your area and get an idea of what they charge. They're also on YouTube. I'm sure you've probably seen some of them. But once you start getting into the videos of concerning retirement, you're also going to see a lot of people doing videos and explaining the retirement. I found one person who's pretty good. He was a former, he was the head of a Social Security office. He was the former head. So, and he has a YouTube video, and he does pretty good. He explains it very well. And he's not trying to sell you anything. He has people that he can refer you to that can walk you through everything. But if you're like me, I like to know first. I like to have an idea of what we're talking about before I call you and you start telling me a whole bunch of stuff. Because it's a lot to absorb. And I wanted to know, so I did my own research first. And then I went to my investment company, which I had my 401k through. And they have a Medicare department. Yeah, see? Fidelity, they have a Medicare department. So if you have a 401k, go to them and go talk to them. They may have a Medicare department of someone who can help you through a lot of the changes. They can sign you up. They don't get commission like the people in the private places. They're insurance salesmen and they get commission. So those are different things that you can think of. I hope this helped you. Not sure if I was rambling too much. You guys will get used to me. Hopefully I'll get used to making these videos. But truly, do your research because it's important. And not sure what I'll come back with next time, but I'll be back with something, I'm sure. We'll get on this journey together. Again, thank you for stopping by Miss B's Corner. I hope you have a wonderful day. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.